children of 7th standard. See, last you have studied about this lesson only, part 1. So we are studying this lesson again in part 2 about location, boundary and physiography of India. Last year you studied about Gujarat only. So this year study about our India. Now you see, there is no uneven land all over India. So there are different mountains are there, plain of North India, central Deccan plateau, then coastal plains, archipelagos, the other name is island, and the sixth one is desert. So in smart class I showed you about mountain. Understand, Himalayan mountain. So Himalayan mountain is not only one big mountain, but it is been divided into many ranges. You will see in the video, it extends from the Kashmir to the eastern parts of Arunachal Pradesh. So it is been divided into different parts, and how the rivers originate because of the melting of the glacier. So Brahmaputra, Yamuna and Ganga, you will see in this. It is divided into 3 parts, upper part, middle part and lower part. So this is the recap. Just I am remembering you this about the mountain area. So mountain area, eastern mountain, northern and middle mountain. Shivalik, which is the upper mountain, no vegetation is grown there. So only in the lower part of it. And when the river flows from this, it carries sediment with them, means rocks with them, and it is the rock which gives us the fertile soil. It brings, the water brings with them the sediment, means pieces of rocks with them, and it settles, and Punjab, Satluj river which bring with this, and it settles on the plain area, and the land becomes very fertile. From where do we get soil? It is only from the mountain we get this soil. The soil, the rocks breaks during the summer, and when the monsoons, at that time when the glaciers melt, what happens? It carries, and water only not flow, but it carries it with the sediment. Sediment means what? Fertile soil, alluvial soil. So this I have explained you in the different part. Shivalik, which we mean for forest area, and you know what are the uses of forest, you learn many times. So it is mountain areas, it also protects us from invaders. So there are many different uses of this, understand, mountain. So there are also demerits and also many uses of this mountain. So these all landforms are not just only for but there are many uses of this. We can see now mountains we have studied about. So now today we are going to see about the plain of North India. Northern part of India means north part of south, southern part. North, southern part means Punjab, Himachal, these all areas. You know, it is called plains of, why it is called plains of northern India? Plains means which the land are flat and very useful for agriculture because of these rivers. Understand, the soil is very fertile and it is very useful for vegetation, and people densely populated. The north plains are very densely populated, but in the mountain areas where people cannot stay there because of the glacier, it is in the only the plain areas where densely population is there. Construction of houses can be made and even industries can be developed. So plain areas where agriculture is carried on large base, so we can get good fertilizers, alluvial soil, and because of these grains are grown in good qualities of grain. You can say that Punjab, it is contains of 5 rivers, and Punjab, Himachal, these all which are in the North India, it is very famous for plain, and also wheat bowl we can call. Large abundance of wheat is grown there, and good qualities of crops can be grown if it is alluvial. Now we can see that plains of North India is very fertile, and so these different types of crops are grown. So this is, I will show the map, and map will be there in the video, and you will see the map and plains of northern India you can locate, which are the plains of northern India. Now we can see there are also the other landform is Central and Deccan Plateau. Plateau means what? The land is not even. What happens? Some small ranges of mountains are there. Again the land is flat. Small mountain ranges are there and there is flat land. So that is called Deccan Plateau. What do you mean by Deccan? Other name is also it is called tableland. The area is there, again flat area is there. Other name is called tableland. So this Deccan Plateau we can see most in central part of India and in the south part of India. There are two plateaus, Malwa and Deccan Plateau. Malwa Plateau is to the central part and Deccan Plateau is in the south, like state like Karnataka which carries, it is Deccan Plateau. You see this Malwa and Deccan Plateau, they form triangular shape. What is that? That plateau forms triangular shape and it is very important. Understand Malwa and Deccan Plateau. You see they are rich even in alluvial soil also. Agriculture is carried here also and it is very rich in minerals. You see Karnataka there are two main gold mines. Understand? Kolar and Hatti. They are the two gold mines where gold is being in large quantity. Even the iron, steel. So these are very minerals are found in large quantities. Where there are Deccan plateaus, the minerals are found in large quantities. So it is very famous for this. And these two are the plateaus. Especially Deccan Plateau is in the south and Malwa is in the central. So these are called Deccan Plateaus. Now we can see about coastal plain. Coastal means what? It is the water bodies. Understand? We are on the western side we are having Arabian Sea and on the eastern side we are having Bay of Bengal. See now, and down part, southern we are having Indian Ocean. So because of these coastal areas, eastern and western coast, there are two coasts, eastern and western coast. You see eastern coast means which places are there? Chennai, Pondicherry, Machilipatnam and Visakhapatnam. These are the coast and also they act as these ports. Understand, where ship come and halt and depart. So it is called port. See on the eastern, Chennai, Pondicherry, Machilipatnam, Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam, I think you know, it is a big shipbuilding center. How we are having Port Bandar and how we are having in Somnath, Veraval. It is a big port center. Understand, ships are being built and whenever the ships are being wrapped, steamers are wrapped. Understand? So they break and there is breaking industry also. Ship making industry and breaking industry. So Visakhapatnam is a big shipbuilding center also and it is also ship breaking. Understand? Industries are mainly there in Visakhapatnam. Machilipatnam. This act as they act as a port. So coastal areas cover up. And why is coastal area most important and it is a natural gift? We can say that, see, there are three transport: air transport, railway and water transport. So water transport is very cheapest. Understand, if there was no coastal area, we had no water transport, everything would be bulky, all things, it was very difficult to send to export. So our export and imports are specially by the water transport because of these two big coastal plains. See here, coastal plains, you know, even on the eastern and western, there are thick forests also are there because of this water. Understand? So on the eastern Ghats and western, we can say western Ghats are there. Ghats means what? Forest area. So we can get even the forest product because of this. Understand? Coastal area. So it is it acts as a center for the trade. It can act as a forest area and which is another things are occupation. Fishing is the main occupation of the people, and even the center for ship making and ship. So it gives occupation for these two main centers because of this. You see, now we can see that western ports, we can see there are big ports like Kandla, Mumbai is a place, Bangalore, Calicut and Trivandrum. So these are the places, but it acts as a port. Understand? You can see in Gujarat, we are having the Kandla, Mumbai, Bangalore, Calicut and down Trivandrum. Understand? Capital of Kerala. So these are act as a port also. So coastal plains, which are not only just coastal, but how are the importance of them? In before you studied at the importance of the mountain, how it the formation of gives formation to the rivers. Now plain area I explain how it is for the how are the importance of the plain. Third, we can see about Central Deccan Plateau, how these plateaus are importance and for minerals. Then we studied about coastal plain. Then we are going to see that archipelagos. What do you mean by archipelagos? Other name is island. First, you have studied about island. What do you mean by island? It is a land surrounded by on four sides of water is called archipelagos. See, in India, we are having main archipelagos. So what happens? Because of the rivers, when the rivers form the tributaries, what happens when the water layer passes and in the middle, what happened? The land is being formed. The rivers passes and by that time tributaries, the land is there, and that archipelagos like Lakshadweep and Minicoy are in Arabian Sea. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are in the Bay of Bengal. So these two here in Arabian Sea and two Andaman and Nicobar Islands, how they are for the tourists, and most of them what happens in the coastal areas, most of the trees like date, coconut trees and this type of trees are mostly grown on the coastal areas. So because of water, understand, constant water and sandy soil is there. In coastal area there are sandy soil, and archipelagos we can say where there is sandy soil because of these dates and more this coconut, and it is seen and sceneries are very beautiful. So people it act as a place for tourists. So archipelagos is for the tourist place we can say. So these are the one of our plain. We can say these are one of our landform. Understand? There are also desert. Understand, in India we are also having many desert. Thar desert, which is the most biggest, and Thar desert. You see, desert areas, what happened? Rajasthan, we are having two main deserts. There are small deserts also, but Rajasthan desert and Ran of Kutch. These are the two main deserts of India, where more and more, understand, sandy soil is necessary for dates. So dates are grown here more and more, and no other animals, understand, are there but camel, which is used for transportation in the desert areas. It is only one of the, we can say, ship of the desert to the camel, because it can, only the animal that can walk, and for 15 days, what it does, it can store the food and water in its hump. So 15 days, even 15 days water is not given to it, it can stay, it can be alive, because it can store the water and humps. Understand, for 15 days the water is given together, it can store in the hump. So what is that? Desert area is being spread to a long time. There is difference between Rajasthan desert and Ran of Kutch. You see, Rajasthan desert, it is only the desert. Understand, sand is there, and so these are an Aravalli mountain passes. One of the mountains which passes is called Rajasthan, it is called Aravalli mountain, and these are the desert. But there is difference between Run of Kutch. Run of Kutch, what is that? The sand is saline. Understand, the sand is salty. So sand is salty and it is white. Because of saline, the sand is white in color. So people go to visit their Run of Kutch. You also might have been seen that. How white it is. And if you see from far, what happens? This desert looks like as if it is covered with white bed sheet. And understand, and it is salty. And you know, because of this, salt production can be more there also. Understand, because of this Run of Kutch, it is saline. Understand? So, desert area, many thorny trees grow there. Understand, like cactus and all, and different, even wherever there are oases. Oasis means what? Wherever the water ditches are there, some many trees have been grown there. And because of this desert area, some dates, it does not need more water, abundance of water. So this type of trees are being grown here. So this is about your, and this everything we can see in the map. Understand? Plains of India are there, Central Deccan Plateau maps are there, where there are coastal plains, and where it is in archipelagoes. Different maps are being there, and you will see in the map on this page, and you will come to know that how these mountainous areas, plain, and how you will know this about the different ports and how it is useful. So, thank you.